Monsieur le Président, le premier ministre avait déposé en Chambre le projet de loi 37, la loi sur les langues officielles. On peut se rappeler que dans les années passées, ces modifications à la loi sur les langues officielles ont été adoptées de façon unanime. On peut se rappeler en 2002, lorsque Lord avait amené des modifications à la loi sur les langues officielles. On peut se rappeler aussi en 2013, lorsque Allward avait amené des modifications à la loi sur les langues officielles. Or, on entend, dans la forme actuelle, les partis d'opposition ont été clairs. Ça ne passera pas de façon unanime. On parle d'un recul. Mais on entend des rumeurs qu'il pourrait y avoir des amendements, malgré qu'il n'y a jamais eu de consultation avec les partis d'opposition. Donc, est-ce que le premier ministre peut faire part de ses intentions à l'Assemblée législative et aura-t-il bel et bien des amendements apportés au projet de loi 37?
The Honourable Premier.
Thank you for the question. Mr. Speaker, we will be debating this bill further at the end of the week, and you know, I think what we need to stay focused on is the role of the Secretariat and what that's going to mean to the relationships and the long-term ability of us to improve our working relationship and our ability to serve both languages to people all over this province, Mr. Speaker. I think that is the nuance that needs to be focused on, just what that actually means. So it's not, you know, that something's reviewed periodically. It's something that's done as a routine part of every day's business and every year's business. And Mr. Speaker, there's something, I guess, that's been certainly a goal for me from the very beginning, is that how do we create better harmony in our province? How do we understand each other's issues, and how do we deal with issues up front and fairly and honestly and directly, Mr. Speaker? And I know that causes a lot of grief sometimes because there's a lot of talk around issues, and Mr. Speaker, sometimes you just got to talk to issues and then find out what the best path forward. And that's how the role of the Secretary will make the difference, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Deputy North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm all for talking, but you got to talk to talk. And the Premier hasn't consulted any opposition party on this, and it's been tradition of this House to adopt any modification to this law in a unanimous fashion. And so, for talking, maybe the Premier should start by looking at himself and the way that he's dealing with his stuff. Deux autres recommandations fortes, Monsieur le Président, c'était de reviser cette loi aux 5 ans. Et le comité permanent des langues officielles, de l'Assemblée législative, Monsieur le Président. Donc, ma question pour le Premier ministre, c'est est-ce qu'il va amener une modification à son projet de loi initial pour assurer une révision aux 5 ans? Et est-ce que le Premier ministre permettra un vote libre à ses députés de son caucus pour la formation d'un comité permanent des langues officielles de l'Assemblée législative du Nouveau-Brunswick?
The Honourable Premier.
Mr. Speaker, as I said, we're bringing this back for second reading and debate later in the week. And Mr. Speaker, I think that the member opposite does not reflect at all the importance of the Secretariat and what that means on a go-forward basis. Mr. Speaker, it's not a case of debating it here in the House and making it an issue that gets all kinds of discussion and controversy without solution. Mr. Speaker, the role of the Secretariat is to work with communities, individuals, and represented members, but to find solutions, real solutions, that are meaningful for each community, Mr. Speaker, and that follow the Official Languages Act, and do so without creating the friction one to another. I mean, that is how we move forward our province together. That's how we continue to grow as a province. And that's how each and every one of us can be proud of being the only bilingual province in the country, because we're all part of it, Mr. Speaker. And that's what's going to change how our province can continue to outpace other provinces by being in harmony and growing together. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.